Welcome to the Big Dog Lakers pod.
Woof woof.
BDLP.
I'm Ryan Shoemaker.
With Alex Hanna.
I'm Kevin Macias.
Boys, we're in it.
The season has begun.
The season has begun. Last time this week, a week ago, we were dreaming. We were excited.
Aspirational.
We couldn't sleep. We almost couldn't be dreaming because we couldn't sleep. But we're in the thick of it now.
How thick is it?
3 games thick.
Ooh, that's pretty thick.
The perfect number. 3 thick. 3 thick. That's what they say.
What?
Is the perfect number. We're in it. NBA has been
right now?
going down for a week. Have you guys been watching other games, by the way, besides Lakers?
Yeah. I've been trying to watch a little bit, as much as I can.
Yeah.
I started a fantasy basketball league with other comedians who I will not name because I don't know most of them. But I've really been paying attention to a lot of games.
Is it real comics or people that like stopped doing comedy 6 years ago, but they were like, yeah, I used to get on stage?
No.
I used to get on stage.
What is a real comic in 2019?
Man.
If you're not working
those 2 women who flashed flashed the camera.
No, that's comedy.
That is the only good comedy. Flashing the World Series. Millions of people.
No, there's a lot of very funny comedians in my league, and I don't want to make light of their career or anything that they're aspirational for. It's a great league. I watched Dallas Portland the other day. It was a great game.
How was it? It was good?
Yeah. Portland won by 2.
Now, how many minutes did Pau Gasol get? 42, 40?
He got a bagel. Because he's
bagel attached to the number 4?
Nope, he's injured.
He's injured?
Yeah.
Again?
Yeah.
With his foot?
I don't know if it's a foot, but there's something wrong with his body.
Yeah, I'll tell you what part of his body it is. It's his heart.
What?
That man has no heart.
I don't know about that.
Kobe should have 6 rings.
What?
Yeah. He should have 6.
I don't know about that.
The reason he doesn't is because Pau got bullied underneath the basket against the Celtics.
I don't like this.
Oh, neither did Kobe, having to watch Pau get punked that series.
Oh my gosh. You know who wasn't punked?
No.
The Los Angeles Lakers. Well, they were for 1 game.
Yeah, 1 game.
I tried to transition that. But we started it. Season started 6 days ago away at the Los Angeles Clippers.
Yeah.
Excited about this game. We were all hyped up. Watched it at a bar, which was half Clippers fans, half Lakers fans.
I don't know if I've ever seen that.
I've never done that before.
I've never seen that.
Never been at a bar where it was half Clippers, half
And
Lakers.
that's me being at Staples Center for a Clippers-Lakers game when it was a Clippers home game. Still didn't feel like half and half. This felt like it was more Clippers fans than I've ever been.
And there was like a row of people who didn't have any allegiance either way. They just wanted to watch basketball, and Clippers fans were yelling at us.
Oh yeah, there was 2 booths down.
There was almost a fight.
There was almost a fight.
Somebody yelled, "I'm from Riverside, bitch."
I think that
and
was.
I was like, "Am I supposed to defend that guy? We're from the same area."
Yeah, there was like some old Clippers fan who was at the actual bar, who just kept like turning around because he was just furious.
That guy was a Lakers fan.
Yeah.
You said old Clippers fan.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, old Lakers fan, and he just kept yelling, "Go home!"
Yeah,
and it was just like,
"Where were you 5 years ago?" And
yeah.
I'm from Riverside, bitch. And I was like, "Oh, is that where you were 5 years ago?" That's not like the answer.
It just seems like everybody in this situation was in the wrong.
It was rough.
It was
rough.
Yeah.
I lost $10. I bet that we were gonna win.
Oh, okay.
Or not lose by more than 5, and then I lost
against Richie.
Yeah.
After this game, so we lost this game only by 10 points, so it wasn't a blowout or anything.
It felt like a blowout.
Only at the end, because we were in it.
Yeah, it was over with about 4 minutes to go.
Exactly, yeah. In the 4th, we still had a shot in the 4th, but we still had a hangman's shot in the 4th. But
they kept switching Kawhi onto KCP, and he kept smoking KCP.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope, want to talk about donuts.
He scored 0 points.
0 points. How many minutes did he have, though?
Too many,
which was
27 minutes.
27
Jesus Christ.
0 points, 0 from 3, minus
from
8.
the 3-point line.
Yeah.
Oh no, that was field goal attempts. Oh boy, 0 from 2 from the 3-point line.
Yeah. 0 from 2 from the 3-point line, 0 from 3 altogether.
5 personal fouls.
Yeah. Which seemed like almost immediately.
To be fair, I've said that. If you come out, you're not getting points, start fouling dudes.
Which is what Jared Dudley has been doing the other 2
Oh,
games.
it's been so fun to watch.
Yeah.
There's been guys that I've been like, I didn't think I was going to like having you on the team. And here you are.
Oh, yeah.
Throwing bows,
Mm-hmm.
making me smile.
Mm-hmm.
Really like Jared Dudley. Big fan.
Yeah, Contavious, I was pulling on Alex's shirt, like grabbing his neck, choking Alex, saying, "Get him out of there!"
Yeah.
Because all the Clippers had to do was pass it to Kawhi, because KCP was on him. Do that for 27 minutes, and you're golden.
I was wheezing. I had no air in my lungs, and I was saying, "Help me, Frank Vogel, please take KCP out."
Yeah. You know what, Alex, we didn't get? Caruso.
No.
They didn't put Caruso in at all in that
Another
game.
big donut.
0 minutes.
Because 0 minutes, yeah. I'm sure people were screaming that in the Staples Center.
Play Alex Caruso.
Play Alex Caruso.
Play the king.
By the way, 20-year anniversary of the Staples Center.
Oh, okay, that's right.
Yeah.
And 60 years in.
I was going to try to come up with a joke, and then I didn't have it. It sparked really quick, but then it faded out, and I was like, okay, that's tight. Tight.
Danny Green.
Played a great
went
game.
off.
Looks already great.
Looked amazing.
I feel like Danny Green has only ever had like 5 or 6 games like this, though, in every year. It seems like we're already going to use one of them in the very first game. You know, we gotta save these games, these Danny Green golden games.
These need to be playoff performances.
Yes.
Yeah, not opening night, 32 minutes, 7 from 9 from 3.
Setting a Laker record.
Most points scored in your first game as a Laker, beating Kareem Abdul-Jabbar by 1 point.
Mm-hmm.
He had 28 points.
My dad's favorite Laker.
Shout out your dad. How's your dad been? Is he okay?
Oh, yeah.
It's been a roller coaster as a fan.
Yeah. He was pissed, obviously.
Tuesday hurt. Wednesday was a rage in Los Angeles. Yeah, just people being so mad about losing.
Right. Oh, yeah.
We couldn't wait till Friday.
It felt like we ended the entire season. The season was done after the first game.
Yeah, there was a really scary point going into the game on Friday where it was like, we could be 1-2, possibly 0-3 by the time we come back to pod.
I mean, you turn on ESPN or Fox Sports 1 or whatever, and every single pundit is talking about how give the Clippers the trophy already. The Lakers are going to miss the playoffs.
Yeah.
They're going to trade everybody by December. Frank Vogel's going to get fired. It was the most pandemonium I've ever seen.
Yeah.
A day after one game. And
we were done.
I feel like I should get a Twitter draft ready already right now just for, hey, remember when everybody was going nuts for the Clippers after one game in October?
Yeah?
Yeah. We should all have that tweet ready in our drafts.
And then Saturday, the Clippers lost to the Suns.
Yeah.
Who secretly could be a good team?
Low-key,
on top of the Pacific Division after 3 games, but they're on top of the Pacific Division right now.
I feel like they're going to be one of those. I think they're still going to be the Suns no matter what, but they'll be one of those teams where you can't let up for a trap game.
No.
Like the Clippers just got caught in a trap game. That's what
definitely.
happens. You should not be getting caught in a trap game in week 1. But when you have the start to the season that they had, you like knock off the presumptive king and the former king in a week, and then you're like, oh, it's okay. We're just going to go to Phoenix, and then we'll just take this one, come back home, and then just get like super rattled.
Yeah.
You should not be having that week 1, but they're a team that's not going to let you get away with anything.
Day 2 of a road trip.
Yeah.
And everybody was just feisty for a win.
I bet you it's so close to they just drove the 6 hours to Phoenix. They're tired. I've done that drive. I didn't like it.
Terrible. I feel
Go
like
through Desert Center. I'm not a fan. That long road that's all whoop-de-woos with the names written in rocks.
What were the roads all?
Whoop-de-woos. You know when they're like rolling hills?
I know what you mean.
Your stomach drops a little bit when you go off.
I get you.
Whoop-de-woos.
I feel like
Whoa.
I feel like the fourth quarter should have been 12 minutes of Danny Green ISOs the entire time.
Oh, yeah. Well,
just like never change. Just that run the same play, Danny ISO, Danny Green ISO, Danny Green ISO.
Well, yeah. Somebody should have taken KCP out in handcuffs at halftime, and then Danny Green comes in and just wins us the game.
We did go ISO at the end of that game. It didn't work. We went ISO to AD.
Yeah.
We were just like, hey, we're going to throw it to you in the post this guy up. Just, really make sure to catch the ball 5 feet from the paint. Really, basically just catch it on the wing and see if you can post this guy up. You're gigantic, but let's see if you can really just throw it at Montrez the whole game.
Yeah.
It felt, but AD didn't post up much in the fourth quarter. He was like 0 for 2, and LeBron was 0 for 4. So together they went 0 for 6.
They tried though.
Yeah, they definitely tried.
They
There were
definitely
a lot of
tried.
turnovers.
Yeah, it was bad. LeBron was a bad point guard. It was really bad.
Well, yeah, he just didn't space the floor correctly, and they
Well-
just like sucked in the ball whenever it
It's-
came to
he
Anthony.
He was trying
like-
to he was trying to do like John Stockton passes too,
Yeah.
and that's not his game.
He didn't even fake. He just
No.
went all the way, like looking the defender in the eye.
He was trying to like
throw that
thread
pass.
so many needles, and it's
Yeah.
like you could just make a normal pass, man.
You gotta make
could just
basketball
make a
your
normal
Sometimes when
pass.
the lights are the brightest, you're having the most fun, and that can be troublesome.
It can be.
Yeah.
You're right.
You're looking at me
Especially-
like you didn't understand what I said.
I didn't at first. In the fourth, Anthony.
I didn't feel like it was that insane of a statement.
And LeBron 2 points, one of 6, and 4 turnovers just
Yeah.
in the fourth.
Very rough.
Uh,
And to be fair, this was something that we saw in the preseason. So, like, we tried to not take too much from the preseason, but it felt very similar to what it looked like watching us play the Nets in China, which I know everybody was like, oh, it's been a crazy week. There's been a lot going on. We couldn't perform to our best, but it felt like a problem we had all kind of predicted was going to happen, and then basically happened, where they just didn't trust that anyone was going to make anything from three. Even if they did, it wasn't going to be enough to overcome the rest of the offense that we were going to have to run. They were just going to crowd the center and then just see what happens, and it was like running into brick walls the whole night. It was awful, which I don't know if the 2 games after that, we make a lot more threes and we make a lot more shots, so they have to space the floor a little bit better, and we ran a better offense in the 2 other games. But this is going to be a problem the whole year, right?
I mean, it felt like we changed our scheme in the last 2 games because we put in Alex Caruso, which really helped with the ball movement. It feels like whenever we put Alex Caruso in, it's almost like we get a miniature Lonzo Ball because he's just so unselfish. He makes the right read. He plays a lot of defense. He plays really good defense.
he goes 100.
He goes 100 all the time. He's a spark plug for the team.
Yeah.
But then he makes it so other people are unselfish. Like LeBron was doing so many more assist passes when Alex Caruso was in the game.
It's like he's the dude at the pickup game that's just like, shit, I'm not supposed to be on this team. And if I get off this team, no one's going to pick me again. So let me just pass to everybody. Let me highlight everybody. We're going to keep winning. I'm going to keep running. And then I can get my money and get out of here.
You're talking about me.
Oh, I've played with you. That's not how you play.
I literally am doing nothing but passing because I can't make a damn shot.
Yeah, but you're not getting the pass to the other players. You're just throwing it at other people. You're like LeBron in game 1 where you're trying to thread needles and your team's losing.
I'm a
because
great
of it.
floor general. I'll tell you that right
Do you
now.
think so? Do you think so?
I know so.
You're a floor general in the same way that guy that looks like Carlos Mencia, the ball guy, is also a great floor general. Which, by the way, I know it sucks to have him on your team, and no one listening to the podcast knows what we're talking about. There's just a guy that looks like Carlos Mencia that screams as if were playing for the
Yeah.
Lakers. Like he'll be like ball.
As if he was a coach also playing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Back screen, back
uh-huh.
screen, green shirt, your man's on the wing, green shirt. It's so annoying to watch. However, when he's on your team and you're tired, it's kind of helpful. You're like, I did lose my man on the wing. Okay.
In this first game, what about our big men, JaVale and Dwight? Anthony Davis obviously had a great game. JaVale, though, 4 points, even 0 and plus minus. Dwight, 3 points, -1, plus minus.
I mean, they weren't the problem. It feels like JaVale has some rust in these last couple games, and Dwight has definitely been the highlight
Yeah, he's
his big man position.
ascending. But is it a problem with JaVale playing with another big man in Anthony Davis?
If we're just going off of game 1, yeah, but we see later, no.
I mean, but I would say kind of.
You think so?
Because, we've been kind of anemic scoring points. Our defense have been great, but we've been kind of anemic scoring points with having JaVale and Anthony Davis on the floor at the same time. Dwight has been a little bit better with Anthony Davis, but it feels like our offense unlocks when either JaVale or Dwight or Anthony Davis is on the floor alone with, LeBron James and 3 shooters.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That's why, Dwight felt so necessary in game. Well, we'll talk about that later.
So yeah, this game, Lakers lose, and we almost see a fight. The whole time during the game, we were I was like trying to hype up the Lakers even more so because I heard the people in the Clippers booth hyping them up. So I was like screaming when there was the. I remember I called it. I was like, we need a LeBron tomahawk dunk right now.
Yes.
And like 2 seconds later, LeBron dropped that down. And that was so good. That felt so good.
And that was the last highlight for us.
Yeah, pretty much.
I was sitting next to a Dodgers fan, and it's the exact place we were when Carushow gave up those 2 home runs. And I asked him, I was like, is this what it felt like when Carushow gave up this 2 home runs? Because I know exactly what you feel now. And he just looked at me and he was like, I feel like Carshaw's game was a little bit more dramatic.
A little bit more.
There's a little bit more on the line.
Stung a little bit more. Yeah. Your friend brought up a good question, which I've been thinking about all week, which is there a player more hated by his own fan base than KCP?
That question went and got circulated on like ESPN and everything for the rest of the next couple of days.
The only one I can come up with was Gordon Hayward, but even then, it's like he's not super hated. He's just a disappointment.
Yeah.
No,
I can't think of one.
Yeah.
No, there's definitely nobody who has that much like hatred from his own fans.
Yeah.
Like Pat Bev, everybody in the league hates Pat Bev.
Yeah,
but his own fans love him.
They love him.
They love him. Yeah.
The vitriol that everybody had for KCP is the same that I felt for Dwight Howard when we signed him this year. Like when we picked him up off the street.
Off the street. Oh, was he off the street?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. From the gutter.
Do you think KCP is like absorbing all of that hate into like his own body?
Yeah, it's making him a little bit heavier, and he
making
can't. That's why he's front rimming all of his shots.
Speaking of Dwight, that was another thing. Like people were like already saying, "Oh, he doesn't last till November. He doesn't last till 2020. We're throwing him out as soon as."
Kev was saying he had no knees during the Jazz game.
He's got no knees. This man can't jump, dude. He cannot jump. Go back and look at that.
Let's go to the Jazz game.
Let's go to the Jazz game. So
2 points.
I was lucky enough to go to the Jazz game. My friend got tickets, hooked it up, got to go watch. Shout out to Linda. She made me a shirt specifically
shirt.
just for me. I think it's a very ugly shirt, and it's a very lame one to do opening night, but free shirt.
Yeah, no, I agree
because
it's like it's focus.
Yeah,
which yes, it makes sense and I get it, but
it's like an eye chart.
Yeah,
I know you can't see it if you're watching on the
but
stream.
People have seen it. Yeah, it's the focus eye chart Lakers shirt, but it's like
it highlights US because we're doing it together.
Oh, I didn't even realize that. Yeah, us. Yeah. I don't know. It's just like, where did you get this from?
I almost
Linda,
lost
what are you doing?
My fucking mind walking into the stadium because the shirts were on the seats. So I walk in and I'm like, where's the free shirts? And the guy didn't know the shirts were on the seats. Like the guy checking my ticket and he was like, there's no giveaway today. And I was like, it says it on the fucking website. It's free shirt day. And he was like, maybe in there, I don't know, it's not here though. And I was like, it fucking said free shirts. Somebody fucking call Linda. I was
Kevin getting kicked out of the home opener.
He goes in and out like like Grandpa Simpson in the burlesque.
I was legit like, somebody fucking call Linda. This is a problem. And then, like, of course, joking around, but then we go to our seats and they're on the seats, and I'm like, I feel like I should walk back out there and apologize to that guy for being a dick.
A guy who had no idea what you were talking about.
They also had these dope Born Raised hoodies. We walked in, and we walked into the fans at, like, the team store, and we saw that they were all there, like, the hats and the hoodies and stuff, and we were just like, fucking, this is a joke. This looks stupid. And then we sat behind a guy who had bought one. And, like, by the second quarter, I was like, this is a nice hoodie. I'm kind of coming around to this hoodie. And then at the end, I was like, hey, let's go back and check out that hoodie. I want to see how much it costs. And then when we get there, it was sold out. And both of us were like, I didn't even want it. And now I'm so mad that I can't have it. They sold out. They're never going to have them again.
I'm okay with that.
You didn't even know they were there.
I didn't, but I'm okay with that.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah, we're anti-capitalism, me and Ryan.
Very PC.
So the Jazz, were you guys... we thought there was going to be a loss. You guys worried about it?
I was a little worried.
Donovan looked great.
He looked okay.
At like halftime, I thought that we might lose because Donovan was actually having a pretty good game and finished with a good amount of points and a lot of free throws. But after the second half, when Caruso was put in, we soared.
Finally.
It never felt like we were out of control. Inside the stadium, it never felt like we were out of control.
He came out. Second half is for Caruso. And Danny Green finally got some help on this team with Alex Caruso starting the whole third quarter. And then for most of the fourth. And I think Caruso, like the very first possession he was in on, like got a steal.
Yeah.
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 He had a couple steals. He had a couple turnovers himself. There was a
He
couple bad plays, but what do we really expect from him? I mean, really, we're not expecting him to be the third tower on this team. It's not like AD, LeBron, Caruso.
No, we just expect what Alex was saying. Give 100%. Disrupt plays.
Yeah.
He's only marked down for 1 steal here, but he was definitely getting in the passing lane, and it felt like he had 2 or 3.
Is it because of the
deflections.
one play where he leapt up in the air and he caught it, but then he threw it at the Jazz before he hit the floor? Did you see that one?
I think,
Yeah,
It was a beautiful, I was like, I don't know how he got up there, but as he was coming down, he was realizing, he wasn't going to be able to get rid of the ball, so he just threw it and it went right back to the Jazz. But I was like, hey, I like that play.
There was one where Anthony Davis, bumped into him
Yeah.
also, and he threw it and he couldn't get rid of it quick enough,
Yeah.
But there were a couple where he, got the big man, he, swooped around and bumped down and just happened to get in the path of the basketball and just took it and ran with it.
Yeah.
Kentavious Caldwell-Pope also played in this game.
Oh, man. Whenever Caruso would come in, he would come in for LeBron. And I just kept yelling, I get it, king for king. And the people in front of me were starting to get annoyed by that. And then also I just kept shitting on KCP during the game. And it was this really old guy on a date with a very, very young woman. And he leaned back to me and he goes, for how much you hate this guy KCP, his plus minus is amazing. And I was like, I know, we're talking shit about it right now. And he just, oh boy.
And then his plus minus at the end of the game is +3. So it's
Yeah, and
not
now
great.
Caruso is -1, I think.
Yeah.
-2.
Yeah.
But I don't think that is the whole game. I think when he was in at the end of the game, we put in some of our non-starters. So he just took all of those minus points. Yeah.
And he scored 1 point, and it was a free throw, and the crowd went nuts.
Good.
It exploded. There was only 2 things that it really exploded for. One was when they showed Rihanna on screen, and then the second one was when KCP made his free throw, and he missed the first one. He made the second one.
So this was our home opener, and the celebs were out.
Celebs were out.
And Rihanna was there. Corden, who was next? Oh yeah,
Flea was next to Corden.
They show Rihanna, they show Jack, and they show Corden, and in half of his face cut off was Flea, and they didn't even mention Flea.
I watched people go to Corden and ask him for photos, and then walk away.
And Flea just had to be like, oh,
he scooted over.
People asking for Flea to take the picture.
Excuse me, can you take this photo? Yeah.
Dude. Yeah, I was so pissed when they didn't just pan over a little bit. Yeah, and they didn't even say anything either.
Nope, he was there.
Yeah.
Jack, my lady Yuri was there. They threw a ball into her face. They exploded her popcorn.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they had to stop the game and clean it up.
Alex Caruso. That was
that was.
Speaking of Alex Caruso, Rihanna.
I don't think that happened.
Had some eyes.
I don't think she did.
For Alex.
I watched that video.
Caruso.
Too.
You don't think so?
Hey, a queen recognizes a king, all right?
I mean, I want this relationship to happen.
Oh, I want nothing more.
And I ship this.
What? Is this a thing?
Is that a thing, Alex?
I have no idea.
I ship Rihanna and Alex Caruso.
You ship it?
You ship it?
I ship Alex Caruso and Rihanna.
I got to admit, I don't get at all what you're doing.
This is a thing, and I'm telling you guys, this is a thing.
I get tea. I don't get this.
Tea?
Yeah, tea.
You're sipping tea.
Sipping tea.
Yeah.
Wait,
But
what does
get
I
this.
ship?
It means you like it, I think.
How old are you?
I'm acting like a 13-year-old. That's the joke.
You're acting like a 43-year-old that thinks he's a 13-year-old.
There we go.
There you go.
I'm
You just
43 going on 13.
By the way, Big Dog birthday coming up this week.
Coming up.
Ryan, what's your name? Ryan. Ryan Shoemaker of the Big Dog Laker Pod.
1st of November.
56.
56.
He's turning 56.
Going on 43.
He just discovered TikTok. It's an exciting time.
Oh, I'm on it. Were you watching this on TV?
Oh, yeah.
And you had the sound on and everything?
Yeah.
Mark Jackson during this game was so annoying.
Oh, I was watching the Lakers feed because I'm a diehard fan.
Okay.
I'm not watching the ESPN feed.
Yeah. Well, that's the only one I could find. There was a Spectrum feed?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Didn't even realize.
They were there.
Okay, well, then I was watching the ESPN feed. So when we got into the third quarter, Alex Caruso obviously came in. It was all the starters except he swapped JaVale and Alex Caruso. And Mark Jackson for the next 5 minutes was just like, I don't get it. Why would Frank Vogel do this? I don't get it. He was so mad and flabbergasted that we put Alex Caruso in there. He did not understand. It was driving me insane.
He used to say the same thing when he would watch Steve Kerr put out Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. He'd be like, I don't get it. These guys can't win a championship. I've proven it.
Oh, my God.
Said it for 3 straight years.
These two arguably greatest shooters of all time. They can't do it.
They can't do it.
So Mark Jackson was pissing me off.
I wish I got to hear it.
Yeah. I'm glad you didn't.
Another shout out to Linda.
Let's hear it.
Talk about special events. She decided to make Jack in the Box tacos.
Oh, yeah.
111 points.
So do they still have to score under 100?
Under 111, you get Jack in the Box tacos.
And a win.
Wait, yeah, so we win.
We win, and you hold the other team to under 111.
Gotcha.
Jack in the Box tacos.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was a little confused. Okay, so when you told us that, I thought we scored 111, but they still have to score under 100.
No, it's the other team under 111.
Gotcha.
And then we went through the team store to get the fucking sweater. We went through the wrong door. Nobody was handing out. And I didn't even realize till my drive home. I'm driving home, and I'm like, fuck, I forgot my tacos. I didn't get my tacos.
Goddamn.
Opening night tacos, I missed them.
Goddamn.
Rough night for me.
That sounds horrible.
So I was saying AC came in for JaVale. Was this a good example of Frank Vogel coaching? Making second half adjustments?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, how often did we feel like Luke didn't adjust anything? He was
Every
like, we're
game?
the 5,
Yeah.
run it,
Yeah.
run it into the ground,
Yeah.
run it until Ingram gets blood clots and Zoe's ankle is broken and Hart's leg is broken and we're not sure what's going to happen. And then, hopefully we make it to the end.
Yeah.
That's what it felt like a lot of last year. I didn't want to admit it because I liked the guy, but it was rough.
Oh, we can get petty later on in the episode if you guys want to get petty.
I don't want to get petty on Luke.
We'll get petty.
He's already not having a good season.
We'll get petty. This is I think the first game. Well, okay, so like I was saying, in the first half, it looked really dicey who was going to win, but in the second half, I think with Vogel's adjustments, it was easy win after that.
It just looked sluggish. It looked like the floor wasn't spaced well.
Yeah.
It looked like JaVale was taking up too much real estate.
Everybody was turning
in the
everything
post.
over.
Yeah, Anthony Davis wasn't making a shot.
Yeah.
But this is, I think, the game that started Dwight's redemption story. Didn't happen in the first game. He looked sluggish. He looked slow. He looked like he was. We were gonna give him his $14,000 check and just leave him in the Staples Center parking lot.
I had to tell people at the stadium that we pay him by the day.
Yeah.
They could not believe me.
Apparently, that's good.
I was like, we pay this guy by the day. And they were like, that's not how it works. And I was like, that's how his contract works.
That's how it works.
If he gets fired tonight, he gets a check and he does not get another check in the future. Yeah.
It's like Antonio Brown.
What team is he on?
He got $100,000 and then he got thrown out for the time he spent on the Patriots.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought they had to pay him his whole check.
Nope.
Really?
Dwight Howard redemption story started at this home opener.
I don't want to put too much stock into it because
It was another intangible game. Yeah, it didn't show up in the stat line, but
it's not going to show. What he does is not going to show up in the stats.
well, not until third game. But in the second game, it was intangible.
You saw it.
Yeah.
He had 2 steals, 2 blocks, 7 rebounds.
Yeah.
Okay.
But only 3 points, I think, or something.
Are you going to ask me on my Dwight scale?
I mean, we already did that last week, but
I went up, didn't I?
of course.
Well, I got a 3
Uh-huh.
on a scale of 1 to 10.
Well-
I got to 3.
No, you were at 10.
I was at 10.
You were at 10. In the group chat,
Well,
you were at
the
10.
pod doesn't know what happened on the group chat.
You were at 10.
I was going to say that. Go ahead, ask me.
What's your Dwight scale right
10!
now?
This guy is fun to watch. I'm glad he's back on the team. I can't believe we picked him up.
I wish we could have
This
done
is awesome.
I wish we could have done a spoiler for picking
Motherfucking
them
10. 10. Remember the fat guy in Varsity Blues
That's
and
exactly
he says how
what I
many
was
titties he
thinking,
saw? 10.
10. Motherfucking 10.
I have been so busy with work today that multiple times throughout the day I was like, don't forget to send them that Varsity Blues gif.
Oh.
And then went back to work and then shit.
I know
you forgot to
exactly
send
what you're
it.
talking about.
Yes.
I know exactly the scene you're
Yeah.
talking about. Was that after the second game, Dwight 10? Or
After the
now?
second game.
Okay.
After
No,
the second
after
game,
the-
I was
after the
hyped.
third
Third game. Now after the third game.
I'm
That's
super hyped. So after the second game, I said he's a 10 with no knees.
okay.
After the third game,
Yeah.
I said he's a 10 with sometimes knees.
Sometimes what?
Dude, he does. he does. His knees are not
I
there.
think he's still getting his legs back.
Hopefully, I'm hoping that's what it is.
Because the first game, Kawhi blocked him, and I think that put it in his head that he needs to get his body right and needs to get his legs worked on better. And then the second game, he had a lot of rebounds, just 2 points. Then the third game, he comes out, he's dunking, he's making plays, he's 8 for 8 from the field.
So when I was in high school, we tried to play Scrabble one time where you got to just make up the word, but you had to give the definition. And there was one guy that would just like laugh. And one kid came up with Lepios. His name was Anthony Budden. He came up with Lepios. He was high, super, super high. And he came with Lepios, and we were like, all right, what's Lepios? And he said, Lepios is when you play basketball too much and your knees grind to dust, and they got to put airbags back in your knees so you can get your leaps back. That's Lepios. Dwight's got Lepios. He can't jump. He's scared.
After this third game, you still think that?
So the third game, he's hyped, but they're not playing a real team. They're playing the Hornets.
Okay, this is another game where in the first half the Hornets looked good. They were knocking everything down from the perimeter.
I want to see him do that on Jokic. I want to see him do that on big men that can hurt him.
But okay, yes. But what I'm saying,
there isn't a real big. There's not a real big man on Charlotte.
No.
Tyler Zeller.
Yeah,
See?
Yeah. Was it Tyler or Cody?
Cody?
Yeah,
no.
Tyler or Cody.
It's one of the Zellers.
Either one. Yeah.
They do have those actual twins.
Yo, Zeller, who the fuck
They have
cares?
actual twins on their team.
Yeah.
A year ago, 2 years ago, we lose this game. So the first half, they're shooting everything. Second half, we don't make any adjustments, and they just continue to shoot, knock the lights out from the perimeter.
Last year, we won this game. It was the triple-double.
You're talking about the Hornets, but I'm talking about a game like this, a game where a team knocks down everything from the first half. The second half, Luke makes no adjustments, and then our team just drags on because of that.
Fair.
That's what I'm saying.
This is like the Timberwolves last year.
Yes.
This is like Orlando last year.
Exactly. So, but again, this is another good Vogel game where he's like, all right, let's make some adjustments. And it was a completely different team. They seemed like they were making every single three in the first half. They ended 10 of 35 from three.
Damn.
Under 30% by the end of the game.
Yeah.
Insane.
The third quarter, they had 18 points. The fourth quarter, they had 21 points.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I feel like we lucked into a real coach.
Yeah.
I don't feel like Ty would have been great.
No.
Ty still very bitter about not getting the Lakers job. We
I-
didn't even talk about it, but after the Clippers game, that video came out of him not shaking Rich Paul's hand.
Yeah, I said that to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's very much like Rich Paul tries to laugh it off, but there's a lot of tension
serious
in there.
tension there.
Yeah.
Monty Williams, the other choice, he's doing very well in Phoenix. Maybe he could have been a good Lakers coach. That's fine. I'm very happy with the guy that we got.
Me too.
I'm hyped on Vogel.
I'm hyped. He clearly is coaching.
Also, after the first game, after the Clippers game, a lot of people were like, did you see Kidd leading the offense from the side behind Vogel's back? And that I didn't see, obviously. I'm not really watching the coaches. But because I thought of it when I was at the game, I was like, I got to watch and see what Kidd does. And quite frequently, he walks up to Vogel, he points some stuff out, and then he walks back and he sits down. Like, he's just a part of the staff.
Yeah.
He knows he can be the head coach if it all comes down to it. But right now, Vogel's the head.
Yeah.
And it's nice to run it through him. An actual coach.
People want the drama, but I don't see that happening.
don't see it.
I don't see it happen. Unless we go on a 10-game losing streak, I don't see the ESPN making up rumors about how Rambis wants to hire Jason Kidd.
Is he still on the staff?
I'm sure Rambis is a special
lurking
advisor to the CEO. You know, that's his title. Yeah.
Special advisor to the special events.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Basketball special advisor type role.
Yeah.
In this game, we got a lot more AD at center.
The second game.
Third game. This last game.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, against the Hornets, and it makes the game.
Did we?
It felt like we got a lot of Dwight at center.
We got a lot of Dwight at
Right.
center. Game 2 is where we get AD at center.
Yeah.
And that's where he comes out, and Vogel asked him to switch to the 5 to pull Gobert out.
Yeah.
To pull him out of the paint. And that worked amazingly well for us. And it even goes to that idea of, like, AD doesn't want to be the 5. It's like AD wants to win. He also doesn't want to get elbowed in the back for 82 games and be useless in the playoffs. So he's just not going to play 5 if it doesn't need it. And I felt like going into game 3, we didn't need it. Dwight did a very good job down low. him and JaVale kind of switching off when they would come in did very good job. And then AD got to roam and do other stuff.
Our size makes the game look so easy.
Yeah.
That second half made it look so easy. Again,
Doesn't
it's
this feel
against the
like-
Hornets, but still.
Still.
It makes it look so easy.
Doesn't this feel like old basketball in a good way?
Yeah.
There's some like real highlights of it from
Yeah.
newer
Like the
generation
most
basketball.
efficient, like value-driven old basketball style.
Yes.
Definitely.
Love it.
So we brought this up a few times, though, but this is the coming out party for Dwight and Alex
I don't know
Caruso.
if I want to use those words.
The coming out party.
The people
of
in front
Dwight.
of me were looking up that story while
Of which
watching
one?
the game. About Dwight's previous lovers.
Sure.
They're looking it up, and my friend's like, "What is this story this lady's looking up?" And I had to explain it to him, and he was like, "When did this happen?"
Again, this doesn't show up in the stat sheet, but Alex Caruso only had 5 points. But plus 17, he had that steal turn into a dunk. I've watched that highlight no less than 3,000 times.
It's a great highlight.
It's a beautiful.
And he-
highlight.
We got a new nickname, Carushow.
That was
Oh,
great.
yeah.
I haven't heard that yet.
That was
great.
The
The
Carushow.
Carushow.
I like that.
And he only played 13 minutes.
Only 13 minutes plus 17. That was great. Dwight, though, this was Dwight's game. This was he looked like he was having so much fun out there.
And that's
he
all
was,
we want.
That's all I want.
That's all we want.
He was not. Let's see. Did he miss any shots?
No.
No.
Perfect 8 for 8.
Perfect
He
8
was
for 8.
0 for 2 from the free throw line, but we'll not talk about that.
No. We don't.
That's okay.
Plus 23. Had a double, 16, 10 rebounds. Having so much fun. There was one where like there was a foul, and then like he got knocked into, I think, Alex Caruso, and they were rolling around a little bit, and then Dwight Howard kept rolling onto his own bench, and he's just like laughing about it.
Yeah.
I haven't seen that highlight. I wish I could get that, but it's so he's like just literally rolling around on the floor, just laughing. It's great. It's so fun.
I'm on board.
Yeah,
And that might change. You know, Dwight might regress back to a pumpkin, and if he does at this moment, thank you for what you've given us, Dwight. I hated you for a long time, but thank you for what you've given us in the 3 games you've been back.
with this redemption arc though, like Dwight makes me want to be a better person. Like this
Me
is
too. Me too.
I want to live to be a better person.
I donated $50,000 to UNICEF. It wasn't mine. I used the company card from my job. But
Oh, you have a gas card. that
UNICEF
you keep-
I just keep paying for people's gas. I stand at Shells, pay for people's gas all day.
One thing that I did like also these last 2 games, Anthony Davis 6 for 6, LeBron James 5 for 5 in the Hornets game, and then or in the Jazz game, and then the Hornets game. Wait, in the Jazz game, and then the Hornets game. No, fuck. Let me redo it.
Go.
In the Jazz game, Anthony Davis 6 for 6, LeBron James 5 for 5, and then in the Utah game, Anthony Davis 7 for 7, and LeBron James 7 for 8 from the free throw line.
Whoa!
We're making our free throws, baby.
Finally.
Oof.
After last year's 60% free
Last
throw
year was
percentage.
rough. Second worst in the league or worse in the league?
I think it was worse in the league.
Wow.
So LeBron only had 4 points in the first half. Did anybody see? They were harping on this so bad again on the.
Oh, yeah. They were like, he's going to lose his record.
Yes. Did anybody truly think LeBron James would not get 10 points?
No.
I mean, they were going on and on and on about that. I think by the end of the second quarter, like the whole second quarter commentary was just LeBron's going to lose this streak. LeBron's going to lose this streak. It's like he's at 4 points in the first half.
I know it's not how energy works, but any game where LeBron scores no points and we win, I know he scores in the second half, but any game where he scores no points and we win, I'm like, good. That energy will be carried over to the next game.
Sounds good to me.
LeBron has learned how to carry and store energy and hold it until he absolutely needs it and then use it.
Oh, he was absolutely coasting.
Yeah, he was great.
Yeah.
Running point, feeling good, having fun.
He was just throwing lobs the entire first half, like that lob to Anthony Davis to start out the game.
It felt like his son's center got sick, and he was like, I'll play with you guys. I promise not to score.
Yeah.
I'll play, and I promise not to score. That way we'll make it fair. And then he just set everybody else up.
It's like the opposite of that Jimmy Butler game where he destroyed the Timberwolves.
Yeah.
Where he's like, I'm not going to pass, or I'm only going to pass. I'm not going to score, but this is for good,
Yeah.
not for evil.
How are we feeling?
Excited.
Yeah.
Fun for I'm hyped the season's here.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm loving all the games that we've played.
Remember when Lakers fans wanted Joakim Noah over Dwight Howard?
I was one of them.
I think
I was
probably-
one of
yeah,
them.
We were probably all one of them.
I was ready to
Yeah.
give up on my hatred for the French for Joakim. And now he's on the team. Fuck France.
So
I do have. Okay, looking to the future.
yeah.
It's December 15th, or it's after the trade deadline.
Sure.
And we have Andre Iguodala in our sights. We're looking at him. He's going to get bought out by the Memphis Grizzlies because nobody's traded for him yet. Who do we cut to get Andre Iguodala?
Well, we just have to send somebody down, right?
No, we have to cut somebody because we are at 15 players and 2 players on 2-way contracts.
You know who we want to cut?
Who's that?
KCP.
Yeah, but that's not going to happen.
He makes too much money.
He makes too much money.
Norval?
Well,
he's on a 2-way.
He's on a count.
Speaking of, Norval and Costas got some time last night.
They got some Antetokounmpo.
Both got like 2 minutes, but hey, both were +2.
There you go.
The most important stat according to Alex fucking Hannah.
What's this about? Where's this hostility come from?
Ryan
We're all on the same team.
Ryan didn't understand plus
plugging
minus last year, so he's still really upset about it. Who do we cut?
Man. Well, okay. Let's go to this because just yesterday, Frank Vogel says the Lakers haven't closed the door on DeMarcus Cousins returning at some point this season.
That's who we would want to cut.
Yes. So, I mean, Alex's conspiracy has been seeming more and more right every day.
Yeah, I don't know when he comes back, but he's going to come back.
Yeah.
Like a playoff game?
I think like a month before the playoffs, maybe.
If they cut Caruso, I'm burning the city down.
Dude, here's the thing. I mean, the fact that he didn't play in the first game like made me think like Vogel doesn't care about Caruso.
Uh-huh.
But then he came back.
He did, and he played great. But again, it doesn't show up in the stat sheet.
Yeah.
And it's like, if he doesn't...
And then he did have an interview where he was like, he's making it hard for me to make decisions about the roster because we have a lot of people who want to play.
Yeah.
Here's
one.
Who?
Rondo. Constantly hurt. Who knows when he comes back? He comes back, plays 2 games and gets hurt again, you know?
We don't get to use that money, do we? How does the money work?
We don't get to use that money.
How much money do we have?
If we cut him, we'll have to pay into the luxury tax, I think. We can sign a minimum player with the money that we have. We just can't sign him to a contract that's more than the minimum.
So maybe DeMarcus, maybe Rondo, maybe, hopefully not, Caruso. Talon Horton Tucker?
Talon might be gone.
Hey!
I think, dude, if he's hurt, if he shows no upside, all right, sorry, bye.
You know what's crazy is we haven't even talked about it? How does this team look when Kuz comes back? Just like 20,
I know.
Just like 20 points and a solid C+, B- defense. It'd be fucking sick.
Yeah.
Yeah. Jared Dudley?
I mean, if someone's got to go.
Again, if it doesn't show up in the stat sheet, he might be a candidate. But, they seem to like him. I don't know.
I've liked what I've seen.
Reading articles about how he's a good presence in the locker room.
Nice guy.
Yeah.
Gives away tickets. Yeah. Gave away 2 tickets to last night's game. Just to 2 randos. Wants to help the people that can't afford to go to games.
Let's not think about this right now because it's going to get me mad about who we're going to have to cut, you know?
Alex is here to throw wrenches.
We've got some candidates, but that's way in the future. You know, who knows what's going to happen.
Ryan just realized he's going to have to break up with his girlfriend, but not today.
Oh yeah,
next year, and he's just like, well, you know
just
what?
Like, fuck.
Let me just love her while I have her.
Yeah, exactly. You know what's happening.
And I hate to bring light to Chris Estrada once more, but he is in the comments saying,
well, he only gets one.
He gets one.
Yeah, he gets one,
and that he's cut off.
Yeah.
He said, "What about Estrada? He would be great on the Lakers roster.
He would be great to cut on the Lakers roster.
If we could sacrifice him to get Iguodala, that would be amazing. What a friend!
Good. Sounds good to me.
What
Thank
a
you.
Friend.
Thank you,
Good
Chris.
Good job, Estrada. Good job.
All right. So, like I said, we have Carushow. That's a new nickname. We've been getting some other nicknames.
What are we getting?
So, the Bald Mamba, another one for Caruso.
Okay.
The Binary Mamba.
I don't get it.
So this is for KCP because he had 10 points in the last game.
Okay.
KCP wasn't roadkill in the Hornets game. He was knocking down some shots. But the Binary Mamba because he had 0, 1, and then 1, 0. Which means his next game is going to be 1, 1, and then his next game after that is 1, 0, 0.
Oh,
it's happening. It's happening.
Okay. He's going to tie the record.
And then 1, 0, 1.
Oh my goodness.
There we go.
Is that how numbers work like that?
Binary is like ones and zeros.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are we watching? The Matrix? What is this?
I wish. That's a great movie.
If KCP could turn into Keanu in The Matrix, I'd love that. He'd be so good at basketball.
The Dwight Knight Rises.
I like that.
That's
fun. That's fun.
And then the last one. This is one LeBron came up with. All right, he says that this is what they call Troy Daniels layup. They call him layup.
Why? Because it's a layup from 3?
That's what they. Yeah.
Wow.
That's a good one. I like that.
Did you hear? Was it Bill Washington was like? They started calling him Trey Daniels because he makes all these threes, and I was like, yes, we do.
That's why, right?
Yes, we do, because I forgot his name. I definitely called him Trey Daniels for about 2 weeks on the podcast.
Oh gosh. All right, so just a few more things. Let's go to the schedule. We got 3 games coming up.
Do we? So how do we count this? Are we 2-1? Are we all 2-1?
Well, we all
Not
have the same
team.
We
Not
all
the team.
yeah. Team is 2-1.
We're
Us
all
as predictors,
1 and 2.
Yeah, we came up with the same exact. We all predicted the same exact thing.
Oh, we're 1-2 in our predictions.
Yeah, we all came up with the same.
So we don't get the weeks total. We have to go game by game.
Yeah,
How we win game by game.
Yeah, I mean, what do you mean?
Well, I said we were going to win 2 games and lose 1. I also
No,
said
you went into specifics.
Yes.
I also said specifically
Yeah.
which games we were going to win and lose.
Because we also said we were
We
going to
all
win.
said the same games.
Yeah,
Yeah.
But we also all of us said we were going to win 2 games and lose 1.
That's why I was wondering if we were tied at 2-1, if we were tied at 1-2.
I think. Well, we are. Yeah, 1 and 2.
Okay, we're tied at 1-2.
We're given specifics here.
Okay.
Are we tracking this?
Well, it's easy to track. It's 1-2.
I don't know about that.
We'll track it. Yeah, we'll track it.
Yeah, I mean we're going to go 81-1. So I mean, it's not.
Wow, we're going to 81 now. You went from 61 to 81.
Wait. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're going to lose 1 game the entire year. 81-1.
The first one.
We got 3 games coming up this week.
got?
Tomorrow, home against Grizzlies. Friday, on the road against Mavericks. Oh, and then Sunday against at the Spurs.
Okay.
So, Mavericks look good. Grizzlies look not bad.
Ja is a serious baller.
Yeah, he's a
That dude knows how to play.
He's a hooper.
He was going after Kyrie.
He locked down Kyrie.
And talked some stuff to him.
Yeah.
It was great. I loved seeing that. And took him to the hole a few times.
Uh-huh.
The Spurs, I've been not keeping track of Spurs at all this year. I don't know what they're doing.
They're 1-2?
Yeah.
1 and
No,
2?
I think they're 3-0.
What?
Are they?
Yeah.
Who'd they play the first 3 games?
They played the Knicks, the Wizards, and the Trailblazers.
Ooh, the Trailblazers one's a good win. What was the score?
113-110. And it was a good game.
It was a good game. I didn't get to watch it.
Is Valanciunas playing on the Mavericks? I mean, on the Grizzlies?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
And he's getting playing time?
He's getting
Yeah.
playing time.
Okay. How are we feeling about these 3 games, boys?
2-1.
Grizzlies, Mavericks, Spurs.
Win. Loss, win.
Win, loss, win.
Do I want to call a loss to the Mavs?
How's KP been looking? I haven't checked.
Chris-
They've,
Stops looks
they've been
good.
good.
Damn.
But his minutes are limited.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's playing like 29 minutes a game.
Okay.
But it's not like he's not going up against a unicorn in his own right.
Right, exactly.
Not that they would be on each other necessarily the whole game, but
Who's the Spurs big man? Jakob Poeltl still?
Jakob and LaMarcus.
LaMarcus. And LaMarcus.
Damn, we're going up against some good
Dude, LaMarcus
big men
ate
this
us
week.
last year.
Yeah.
We don't have the same problems as
But-
last year necessarily,
Yeah,
but
we can put Anthony Davis on.
we could put
LaMarcus.
Anthony
We
Davis.
could.
Who did he eat last year? Ingram?
He ate
I just
Zubac.
I can close my eyes and see that turnaround jumper over
ate
and over
Zubac.
and over again.
and he
Yeah.
ate JaVale up.
Yeah.
Oh man, rough.
Man. Oh, man, we're going to have a tough week ahead.
You know what's crazy though is everyone keeps saying we have like the softest
Right.
9 games coming up. But now that the league it's only 1 week, but now that the league seems to be shaken out in a way different than we had expected it. It might not be as soft of a 9 game stretch as we
No,
thought.
definitely not. I'm going to go this week. I'm going to go Al, you go.
I'm gonna go 2-1, and I say we lose against San Antonio because
Okay.
it's on the second of a 3-game road stretch.
It's not back to back though. We got a Friday game.
No,
and a
Yeah,
Sunday
it's all
game.
it's
spaced
just
out.
yeah,
There's
it's
no
spaced
back-to-backs.
out.
Okay.
But I think the second game of a road stretch is the hardest game.
Oh, you think so?
Yeah, especially if it's 3-game road stretch. 3 games, like you're excited to go home.
Yeah.
So you're looking to win. but especially since we're playing the Bulls on the last game of the road stretch, I think maybe we lose against San Antonio. But I want to say 3-0.
Yeah,
but
I'm not going to do that.
My mind is not leading me to that prediction.
All right, I got mine. Win against Grizzlies, loss against the Mavericks, win against the Spurs.
Shit.
Yeah.
That's what I was going to say.
Yeah? Okay.
But now I want to change it.
Say it.
We beat the Mavs both times last year. I know we beat them the one we went to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just say yes.
Let's say yes.
Yeah.
But they didn't have Kristaps.
Mm-hmm.
They didn't have Kristaps. And Luka, I mean, we even
He's
talked
gone
about
up a
it.
level.
We've even talked about it. Luka talking about the most memorable event from last season was getting trucked by LeBron and being affected. And now that he goes up a level, I think he's going to want to kind of take it to the Lakers.
Yeah.
LeBron is playing more defense so far these past 3
LeBron
games.
is playing a little bit more defense.
Yeah.
There was a couple plays where I saw a wide open man make a shot from the wing, and LeBron's just looking at him.
Sure.
And I'm like, that's definitely your
I
guy.
also saw a couple plays of him chasing down the...
That's true too.
Yeah.
That's true too.
He's been getting some steals though.
Yeah.
I'm calling 2-1. We beat the Grizzlies.
Okay.
We beat Dallas.
Beat Dallas. Okay, so you're going with Al.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going with Alex.
Okay. Lose against Spurs.
No, you know what? Fuck this. 3-0. We're going 3-0.
There we go. Okay.
We're going 3-0.
All right.
We started it, boys. The season's begun.
So what is that? That's a 6-game or 5-game winning streak.
5-game winning streak.
Yeah, there we go. Okay.
3-0.
Okay. All right, so 3-0, 2-1, loss against Mavs, loss against Spurs for Alex.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we got one last thing, fellas. I don't know if you heard this. We got some fires going down in L.A.
Uh-huh.
LeBron
James had to evacuate.
LeBron James had to evacuate. He's fine now, looking for a place to stay. But Lakers had to cancel practice today.
Oh, did they really?
They had to cancel practice today. Actually didn't have anything to do with the fires, but here's a quote.
Why did they cancel practice then?
Well, let me tell you. Lakers had a last-minute practice cancellation today, but the team says it was at Frank Vogel's discretion, not related to the wildfires or the evacuations. The team did go to the facility for a Genius Talk, which is when the Lakers occasionally have a guest speaker who is a standout in their field. Who do you think we got to talk to the Lakers team today, boys?
Phil Jackson?
Phil Jackson?
In
their field. I'm going to say it's not basketball.
Tim Cook?
Tim Cook? That's a good guess. I bet we've had him come, though.
Evan Spiegel.
Evan Spiegel, who is...
The Snapchat guy, the kid who started Snapchat.
Okay. Today's speaker was magician David Blaine.
Yeah! I love David Blaine dude.
In El Segundo, having a Genius Talk with our boys.
Hell yeah!
What was he learning? I don't know. What were our boys
learning? They were all
learning
how to put like a frog in their stomach.
Oh yeah,
so
yeah,
they throw it up later.
Yeah,
in front of Woody Allen.
Okay, so real quick, that thing he did on Tonight Show where he just spit up the frogs, and people were like, "How did he do that? How did he do it?" He ate a few frogs backstage and threw them up. What do you mean? How did he do that?
Okay, I don't think that's how he did that.
That's literally how he did it.
That's how he does it?
Yeah.
He eats frogs whole and then with a bunch of water.
With a bunch of water so it doesn't get all churned by the stomach acid.
So it's like
and
still
the frogs
in the bowl?
can still live. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And he just throws it up.
That's not crazy to you?
I mean, it's pretty nuts because you have to train your throat.
Okay, so if we're going to a party, right? Me and Alex show up to a party. You're already at the party. And Alex goes, yo, Kevin ate 3 frogs whole, still alive.
Well, you swallowed them. You didn't eat them.
In about, whatever, dude. In about 20 minutes in front of everybody, he's going to bring them back up.
Yeah, I'd be like...
You wouldn't be like...
No, I would say, oh, cool, he's going to throw up in the living room of this party.
How is that? Alex, how is that any different than any other time we've hung out with Kevin at a house party?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, David Blaine.
Dope.
Yeah. What do you think he taught our boys?
How to hold the ball, make it disappear, and reappear in the basket.
There we go. Love it.
You can learn from anybody.
You can.
Remember when Harden was doing all those after game practices with the professor? Why you want to take lessons from a guy who never made it in the league? I don't know. But he learned to dribble a little bit.
Yeah, who do you think is our next Genius Talk speaker? Who do you want? Who
do I want?
Yeah.
Who do I want?
Who directed Crouching Tiger, Hidden
Hopefully
Dragon?
somebody not on Epstein's plane.
What?
David Blaine was on Epstein's plane.
He
was on the plane?
He was on the plane.
Was he doing the trick where he threw up the fish?
I don't want to talk about what tricks he was doing, but he was on the plane.
I feel like when the FBI came to talk to him, he was just like,
He's showing a 14-year-old girl that he can stab.
Oh, no!
I don't want to. Oh, man.
He can stab an ice pick through his
Yeah.
hand.
Oh, rough.
All right, let's get petty, boys. You want to get petty real quick?
Yeah, let's get petty.
Let's get petty and let's get out of here.
Okay. First petty thing, a lot of people were affected by the fire. Let's not just talk about LeBron James. That's petty.
Yeah.
I think that's really shitty on the news. And they're like, LeBron got evacuated.
Oh, yeah.
And it's like, yeah, people's house pets also died. So.
And Arnold Schwarzenegger. So.
Oh, and we.
Not
You
just-
know
Oh,
what?
yeah.
Fuck
Mhm.
Arnold. He did that video. He did that commercial with Kawhi.
Oh, yeah, fuck
You're
him.
fucking dead to us.
Uh-huh.
Bye-bye. All right, let's get petty. The Lakers' top draft picks for the past 5 years,
Okay.
all winless. Julius, D'Angelo, Brandon Ingram, and Lonzo Ball.
Uh-huh.
All
Well,
winless so
To
far.
be fair, they're all on one team. So.
Some of them are.
Well,
not
yeah.
Julius.
Not D'Angelo.
Not D'Angelo.
I was just playing around.
And our coach, winless so far.
Ooh.
That's
Luke Walton.
that is crazy.
Yeah. Luke Walton, winless. I think Julius actually won tonight for the Knicks. They won their first game. But
Shout out the
D'Angelo,
Knicks.
Brandon, Lonzo, all winless so
Did the
far.
Pelicans play tonight?
I don't know.
I don't think
Okay.
so.
Just getting a little petty. We wish them the best, but
I wish a lot of them the best.
me too. Me
I don't
too.
wish the best so much for D'Angelo, but
Oh, wait, actually, you literally just said that. Screen popped up. Warriors won their first game tonight.
Fuck.
D'Angelo won finally.
who'd they beat?
The Pelicans.
Oh, well, shit. Okay.
But good week for the Lakers. I think we all think it's going to be another good week for the Lakers. We all think it's going to be a good year for the Lakers.
Oh,
I think so.
definitely.
I hope so.
And we hope it's a good week and a good year for all the listeners out there.
Don't
Thank
forget,
you so much
3-0,
for
Alex
listening.
2-1, but we're going to beat Dallas. And you right? You're beating Dallas? You're losing Dallas?
We're beating Dallas.
Yeah,
beating
you both
Dallas?
said lose Spurs. I say lose.
No, I'm going
No.
3-0.
Oh,
He's
3-0.
going
3-0.
3-0. Lose
2-1
Spurs.
beat Dallas. 2-1.
Are you going
lose.
3-0 because it's less of a possibility that you're wrong? Like if you say that we lose against the Spurs, then that means you're double wrong. Is that why you're going 3-0?
No, he's only going 3-0 because we went 2-1. That's it.
I want to get that point.
That's it.
Yeah, no, he is. Yeah, he wants to get this point.
Yeah, I want to get an extra point.
Oh, right. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Make sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, Big Dog Lakers Pod. Email us.
What is it?
It's a bigdoglakerpod@gmail.com.
You know why the S is missing.
What else? Oh, Apple Podcast app. Leave a comment. Leave 5 stars. If you leave a comment, Alex will Venmo you $1. If you leave a comment
And denounce China.
and denounce China, Kevin will give you an additional
I will
$1.
Venmo you
If you leave a
additional.
comment, if you denounce China and you denounce Rob Pelinka, I will give you that third $1.
Wow. Did I show you guys the photo I saw of the Chinese dude holding the LeBron sign?
I was gonna send you that same photo, but it's photoshopped onto Kawhi Leonard's body.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Oh man.
Other than that, we going home, fellas?
Going
I'm
home.
going home.
Going home?
On Twitter and Instagram, I'll do my best to post up clips on the games as they're happening.
Oh, yeah, you've been doing that. We
Did my
posted
best.
clips.
It's a little
posted stuff.
difficult, but
Subscribe.
Yeah, definitely
Most
subscribe
importantly.
on
Oh, share
on
this
that
with your
Apple Podcast
friends.
app. Yeah, if you know anybody, again, if you see somebody wearing a Lakers hat on the street, and I know you're perched up on a street light, just jump off from that street light like Seth Rogen in Pineapple Express when he just does
Yeah.
that wide jump, and then just whisper, "Listen to the Big Dog Lakers pod."
if you meet a Laker, do the same thing.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
We missed our opportunity twice.
Oh yeah.
I yelled at Kuzma during the Team USA.
Did you really? Like,
Yeah,
really?
Alex definitely did that.
To be on our podcast, and he said no thanks.
Yeah, that's
You
it.
really said no thanks?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I thought you were joking when you said that stuff.
If you
No.
see a Laker out there, former or current,
Reggie Bullock.
Reggie Bullock, let him know about the
Sorry,
Big
we
Dog
missed the
Lakers
opportunity
pod.
twice, Reggie.
Yeah. Other than that, thank you very much, and we're gonna get out of here. Bye bye.